and welcome back to While You Were Cleaning. Today I have another fall thrift store DIY video to share with you all. I tried to choose items for these thrift store DIY videos that you could also find in your thrift store, or at least try to find something similar in your thrift store. So I hope that that is the case and that you are able to duplicate some of these thrift store DIYs. I don't want them to be just unique to me. I want you to be able to also make them as well. So today I am going to do some fall DIYs, but I think that these DIYs could easily be adapted to be farmhouse decor or another type of decor that could be used year-round in your home, and you'll be able to see that. I'll explain it as I'm going through the video. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do, please hit that like button, please comment and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get started. For this first project, I'm going to use 3 sheets of paper from this large art pad. I picked this art pad up from Dollar Tree. You can find similar ones at other stores as well. I'm also going to be using 3 hardback books from my local thrift store. These were 50 cents each. I lined up one edge of my book with the edge of the paper and then traced along the other side to trace out a piece of paper that would be large enough to cover the binding of my book. I also left an inch or 2 extra at each end so that it could fold around the binding of my book. After I was finished, I cut out along these lines. I repeated these same steps for the other 2 books as well. Next, I folded this paper around the binding of my book, leaving a little bit extra on each end to fold up underneath the pages. You could also use some tape to hold your paper in place. I repeated the same steps of tracing and cutting out paper to fit my other books as well, and then folded the paper over those covers. Next, I'll be using some twine. This is a roll of twine that I picked up in a 3-pack from Dollar Tree. I'm going to set my books upright, and then I'm going to wrap the twine just around towards one end of the books. You don't want to overlap your twine too much or the books won't be able to really sit flat, so just kind of spread it out a little bit. And then I'm just going to tie a bow with the twine on top of the stack of books, kind of gathering that twine together. These farmhouse style books are so popular right now, and there are so many different ways that you can put them together. There are so many different ways to add words to the side of your books. I decided that I wanted to print some words using a font that I really like. So I printed these out, and then I'm just using a method here to transfer the words onto the book, and you just use pencil and you trace the letters on the back. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then when you flip them over and line them up along your books or whatever surface that you might want to use this method on, then you'll just go back over your letters with a pencil or a pen, and this transfers that lead onto the surface. You could also choose to use stamps or stencils to add words to the side of your books. This is just one method that I like using, and it helps me to have a variety of fonts. Whatever I have on my laptop, I can just print them off and use them. And here you can see how those words transferred onto the binding of my books. Next, I'm just going to use a black Sharpie, and I'm going to trace over those letters to make them a little bit more bold. You can use any color Sharpie or marker that you prefer. My hands were a little bit shaky here, so this did not turn out as perfect as I would prefer it to be, but I still do love the way that it turned out, and next time I'll be sure to eat something after drinking a cup of coffee. And here you can see how it looks all finished, and of course you can swap out these words for any other phrases to go along with your decor. It doesn't just have to be for fall, it could be for any season. This is a great farmhouse DIY that is so very popular right now. Next, I'm going to put together a floral arrangement using this crate type basket that I picked up from the thrift store for 50 cents. I decided to add some mason jars to the inside of this basket, and to spruce them up just a little bit, I wanted to wrap some of that same twine from the Dollar Tree around the top of each of the jars and then just tie it in a bow. So that I added my jars to the inside of the basket, and then next I'm just going to add an assortment of flowers. I believe that all of the floral that I'm going to show you here is from the Dollar Tree and was out with the fall floral. Some of it I did pick up last year, but I think that they had all of the same flowers out this year. And I'm just trying to use up some different floral pieces that I had left over from other projects. I think that they all match really well with some of the other projects that I've done, so I just wanted to carry that through to this project as well. And this DIY is very simple to put together. I put the same flowers in each of the jars, and the jars are really helpful because they help hold these flowers upright and you don't have to add as many flowers to this crate basket. I also decided to add a couple of these clip-on white pumpkins that I picked up at Dollar Tree. And here it is all finished. And of course, it would be very easy to swap out the floral for something to go with different seasons. You could even add real flowers in with this, since it has the jars that you could add water to. Next is another very simple DIY using this basket that I picked up for $1. I already have a nail in this wall here because I normally swap out a wreath for this spot on my wall. This time I decided to use this round basket, and I'm just going to be adding some floral to the inside of the basket to make it a little bit more like a shelf, and I really love the way that this turned out. I can't wait till you see the end. So I added the cotton stems from Dollar Tree, and then a velvet pumpkin from Dollar Tree, and the checked pumpkin is from Target, and then this lamb's ear is from Walmart, another pumpkin from Dollar Tree, and some more floral from Walmart and Dollar Tree, and then it will be all finished. I just had all of this floral laying around, and so I just wanted to use a little bit of everything just to keep it kind of in the same colored theme, but of course you can use whatever you already have. And here it is all finished. I really love the way that this turned out with the different floral pieces and the pumpkins. This basket makes a perfect shelf. It's almost like a wreath, but a shelf at the same time. I think I saw some inspiration on Instagram for this and just thought I had to make it for myself. Thank you all for joining me for today's thrift store DIY video. I hope that it has given you some inspiration. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!